पक्के कर दिखाने में, मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी, और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन ही नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिट।
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this special webinar series presented by Franchise India called Bharat Franchise Show. This is our winter special webinar started from 9th of December till 15th of December. We are back with the same excitement to help you in your journey to become a successful entrepreneur. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has helped thousands of investors in selecting the right franchising business for them. In the series of Bharat Franchise Show, we showcase business opportunities with selected brands actively seeking for franchise partners in India. These brands have proven track record of profitability, sustainability, and they are committed to provide intensive support. Today, we will showcase Franchise India Knowledge Services brands which are looking for their business expansion all over India. Today, we will showcase brands like the Sales Geek, Action Coach, and Action Network in Action. To present these brands, today I'm joined with Shobhit, is the country head of franchise knowledge. And we also have Kavish, the country head for Sales Geek. But before we start the presentation and share the further brand details, I would like to inform all the viewers that you also have an opportunity to ask questions related to the brand. In case if you will have any, I would request you to please put it in the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. Now, I would request Shobhit to please take the lead and introduce. Okay, so Kavish is going to be the first one. All right, so Kavish, you please take the lead and help us understand the Sales Geek and the business opportunity.
Sure. Thank you so much, Bharat. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Bharat Franchise Show. Thank you for taking out the time, and I will just quickly share my screen and start with the presentation for Sales Geek. Just give me 1 second. I hope everyone's able to see my screen.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So, welcome to Sales Geek. Well, as the name suggests, Sales Geek is a sales training, mentoring, coaching brand based out of the UK. We've been in the business for the last 8 years, and we started franchising since 2020, just a little post-COVID. And we are now currently present in 5 countries globally. What is Sales Geek and why do we exist, right? So Sales Geek started with the mission to change the way the world perceives sales. We strictly focus on startups and SMEs and The idea is to help them have a sustainable and profitable business. And we do that by working with their sales team. We become a part of their team. We train the team. We educate the team with the right practices. We also work as their mentor. We work with sales leaders, sales managers, and we work as mentors where we create more alignment within the team. We do not do the sales for them, but we empower their sales team, sales leaders, business owners with the right strategies, the right techniques, the right learnings in order for them to run a successful sales vertical and eventually a successful business. Mr. Richard Few is the founder of Sales Geek, based out of, again, the UK, from a small town called Blackburn. And he started this business because he noticed that a lot of good ideas and good people were not able to sustain in the market because they did not have the right support, the right system, structure, framework in place. And hence, Sales Geek happened. What are our values? So if you take up a Sales Geek franchise, what is it that you represent? What is it that you bring along with you in terms of values? We care. We obviously want to help businesses sustain. We want to work with startups and SMEs and sales people, sales leaders, business owners, and help them understand the sales vertical better, the processes and practices better. We get work done. We believe that a true sales professional, true sales geek would be somebody who would live up to their commitments and deliver results. We are brave enough to take up new challenges and solve problems. We always are learning. You're somebody who's always open to learning, not, being arrogant about knowing everything. So we are people who learn from businesses and then help them with solving problems, solving their sales problems. Obviously, you should always have fun in whatever you do. And most importantly, changing the way the world perceives sales. Sales has, it's been a dirty word for the longest time. People look at salespeople as people who would be there to scam or cheat. And we're trying to change that through our framework and through our practices and processes. What is a sales geek? As again, we are somebody who enters a business, works with the team, works with people and psychology. We run a lot of diagnostics to understand the gaps, understand the competencies, the capabilities, the skill sets, the learning and development of an individual, of a team, or of a business owner. And then we kind of backtrack it as to what needs to be done in order to support them. And we do that using the following products and services. So our Sales Geek products are divided into 4 main categories. We begin with Your Sales Director. Your Sales Director is an opportunity for a small or medium business to have an interim director who steps in, works as a sales leader, and builds the sales vertical from scratch. We focus on helping a startup or a business fine-tune an existing sales vertical or build one from scratch. A lot of times, business owners are focused and dedicated into their products, into their brand building, into their personal branding. They're also focused on operational marketing aspects of the business, and they don't really have the time to invest in sales, or they don't come from a sales background. And that is when a sales geek can step in as a sales director and help them look after their sales vertical while the business owner can focus on 5 other things. As a director, we build the team, we train them, we set up their KPIs, OKRs, set frameworks in place. We also work on the entire selling style, the selling cycle, the pricing, and we work on end-to-end sales structure so that a business can thrive in a competitive market and be more sustainable and profitable. The next thing we do is something we call as Your Sales Mentor, something that's visible on, I hope everyone can read this. So this is a product family. This is what Sales Geek has to offer. And one of the key product is Your Sales Mentor. With mentoring, we focus on sales leadership. We work very closely with, again, business owners, sales managers, sales leaders. Reason being, A great leader develops a great team. A great team delivers great results. And if you're not able to have a good leader in place, you will see poor sales happening, and eventually the business is affected. Hence, we through your sales mentor, we work on leadership. How we do that? We basically focus on designing a personal profile. We analyze the leader's personal profile, and then we customize a end-to-end strategic learning and development journey for the leader. And then we dive into their personal goals, their professional goals, uh, habits that need to be developed, habits that need to change, their communication skills, their presentation skills, their decision making, their sales planning. All of that is dived in. We dive into all of that. We structure it. We kind of analyze the good and the bad in the process and help an individual be a better leader, which directly impacts the team's performance, the team's mindset, the team's motivation, which eventually leads to great results. We also focus on the team the leader is managing and kind of tend to understand what the team thinks about the leader and create a balance between the leader and the team through your sales mentor. It's strictly focused on building, growing, supporting leaders and ensuring that they're constantly learning, they're growing based on their skill set, their competencies, their capabilities, and their confidence, right? Uh, the third product category that we have is your sales trainer. Uh, as we all know, in a typical sales training environment, what we usually get exposed to is a set curriculum that you pay for, you buy the training, and you consume it. Through Sales Geek, your sales trainer, what we try to do is customize the overall training experience for the team based on what they actually need and not on the basis of what we think they need. And that is done through diagnostics. So as you can see on your bottom right, there is a product called diagnostics and analysis. We use that. That's the first thing. That's the first step to any sales deliverable that we have through Sales Geek. We use that to analyze gaps, analyze needs, analyze the team's skill set, the team's mindset, behavior, uh, motivational drivers. What is it that an individual or a team is made up of in terms of their psychology and habits and practices? And what are the problems that they actually face rather than they think they face? Once we identify that, we customize our training in order to help them fix problems that actually exist, help them grow, help them learn, help them put their skills to the right use. And that is how we put your sales trainer in place within a business. There are two categories to it. The first category focuses on working on the end-to-end sales process, the sales cycle. And the other category has open courses. As you can see here, right in the center, we have something called as open courses. These are full-day master classes that Sales Geek uses to deliver corporate training. So it also opens up doors for corporate training if you are interested in doing that, and it's great monetization factor. So all in all, you have four pathways through which Sales Geek, through its product ladder, uh, creates revenue. Your sales director, your sales mentor, your sales trainer, and the diagnostic tools. Another interesting thing we have is our digital products, which is the Sales Geek Academy, which basically has pre-recorded sales lectures based on different topics. We have over almost, if I'm roughly 800 to 1000 hours of content in the academy, which is recorded by different geeks across 5 different countries. We are currently based in the UK, US, Ireland, India, and we've recently launched in the Middle East as well. And we collectively have 47 geeks as we speak, and all of them have put their learnings, their uh, teachings, they've recorded all of that and put in the academy. When you become a geek, you will also put your teachings into the academy, and that's your way of monetizing an ongoing subscription model through the businesses you associate yourself with, right? uh, as we discussed, what are the key benefits to owning a Sales Geek franchise, right? You get proven systems and processes to run your business efficiently. Why should one invest in a franchisee? Very simply put, if you're somebody who has decent number of years behind you in terms of sales experience, if you've led teams, if you've been a sales leader, if you're passionate about sales, and if you're tired of being in a corporate job, doing the 9 to 5, 6 days a week routine, if you're not able to take out time for yourself and your family, if you think there is more to you, if you think there is a better opportunity out there, that, if you ever wish that there was an opportunity out there that you could create for yourself and lead a better life while creating an impact and investing in a scalable business, investing in a franchise is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Uh, there's a lot to learn, but there's a lot to earn as well, right? So, and with investing in a franchise, you don't have to build your content, you don't have to build your product ladder. You get a ready set product ladder. You get trained in terms of how to deliver it. You also get access to the community. You're not alone. If tomorrow you decided to start something of your own, you would be alone trying to figure out how to move forward. This is a guaranteed, proven system that will take you forward, along with access to the tribe, to the community, to fellow geeks across the world that can help and support you in your entrepreneurial journey. You get full access to the brand and resources. Everything that we have as a brand is given to you for you to go out there and change the way the world perceives sales. Extensive library of branded marketing. We have an internal CRM called the Hub, through which you get access to everything you need to market yourself and your business. We have a recognized, certified, world-class onboarding program and training program. We do quarterly franchise support sessions. You're not left alone. There will be a team dedicated to supporting you, to helping you move forward and grow as a geek, as a franchise, and take your business ahead. Uh, we look after the invoicing, we look after the systems and processes so that you can focus on servicing your clients. Uh, and collectively, you don't have to worry about what if there is a business that I come across uh, that I can't cater to and I can't service. We have geeks who come with 900 plus years of experience from different industries, and we are always willing to support and collaborate in the nature of work we do. All our training is endorsed by ISP, which is the Institute of Sales Professionals. So it guarantees quality and it guarantees results. Uh, High income potential. Any service category brand you invest in, margins are high, opportunity to earn is way higher because your operational and capital investment is low. And large secondary revenue potential. You can do this while you're in a job, while you're in a business. It can be an added revenue stream for you. Uh, and like I said, in terms of support, you get tech support, product support, training support, team support, uh, and most importantly, mentorship and development. We also train you how to be a geek, how to run the franchise. Uh, we also support you with lead generation and marketing activities. There are tools that will be used in order to make this a successful business opportunity for you. And hopefully, once you become a geek, it the goal is to help you change your life and your lifestyle as well. Uh, some case studies. Uh, we are yet to Indianize the figures, but in terms of dollars, the top three geeks at the moment who've been geeks for the last 3 odd years, anywhere between 1 and 3 years, are averaging from roughly anywhere from 200 to $600,000. And what's interesting is they don't even work full time. They invest limited number of days into the businesses or into the clients that they've onboarded. Like for example, it only took 28 clients and a little over a year's work in a total of 3 years for Darren to have a net income of $600,000. And that's the potential training, mentoring, and having a outsourcing opportunity it does, because startups and SMEs need somebody to step in and fix their problems, because we are cost effective, we save time, and we get results. So the question to ask yourself is, are you a geek? You know, if you think you fit the profile, if you think this excites you, and if you think you would want to learn more on a one-on-one basis, feel free to reach out to us, feel free to reach out to the team, and me or somebody from the Sales Geek team will connect with you. We can get on a call and discuss this at length. And I would like to end the session here. Thank you so much. Over to you, Bharat.
Thank you so much, Kavish, for the presentation. Well, I'm not sure, but I mean, let me just tell you, everyone, that Kavish is not only working somewhere, he's already a working employee, but he's also the first Sales Geek, franchise. So that's the best part. My question to Kavish is like how you manage both these. Is it really manageable? Because you just said a couple of times that even if you are working somewhere, you'll still be able to manage the Sales Geek franchisee, right? So, I mean, you are the best one to give me the answer. Why? Because you already be working somewhere and you're also the first Sales Geek, franchise in India. So, please let us know about your experience.
Sure. Great question, Bharat. The answer to that is, so with Sales Geek, we always say that we are fractional sales experts. What we mean
Mm.
by fractional, if I Indianize the term, it's nothing but outsourced sales experts. And we tend to invest less time and get more output. So, for example, I recently had one client that we've closed a deal with, and it's a mentorship program that we are working on. And what it basically will need me to do is take out 2 hours in a week, 4 times a month, and it's a 6 months tenure that we've closed. So we tend what we want to achieve with Sales Geek is not a one-off service, not a one-off experience. We want to help businesses stretch their budgets for sales experts that they want to kind of outsource. We want to help them stretch their budget into multiple sessions and increase the and make it a recurring model for them, because what we realize with any kind of business, whether it's Sales Geek, Action Coach, any other business that dives into training and mentoring, consistency is the key to bringing in the change into a business. If they hire me for a month or two, that's not going to bring in any change or results. They need to see me, have me, work with me, and I need to work with them and understand their business problems, their team problems, their gaps, and work on it on a regular, consistent basis for a minimum of, let's say, 3 months to 3 years for a business to scale and grow. And that's why fractional services, and that's why I'm able to manage my time. Today I have one client, tomorrow even if I have 5 clients, uh, you could work early in the morning or late in the evening. Businesses also appreciate that, because you're not getting in the way of their working hours, and the team can focus on the day-to-day job, and you could invest early hours or late evenings into the training and mentoring, or any kind of association that you have with the business. You're on mute.
Okay. One more thing. Of course, lots of the attendees would like to know how you do you see the scope of these kind of trainings in coming, let's say in next 5 years.
Okay. Well, if you honestly ask me, business approaches are changing, business practices are
Mm.
changing. The mindset has now become more global, and what people realize is that it's always better to have a lower investment, a low impact opportunity, and kind of experiment with that, rather than have a full-time resource and hope that this resource will deliver. What having a geek or any kind of outsourced professional, or a coach or a mentor step in does is, uh, if we are putting in fraction of a time, we are also charging fraction of the cost. The cost of having me full time could be 5x of what I charge if you hire me as a geek, right? And I can
Mm.
still give in the same input, the same effort, the same strategies and methods that I would apply as a full-time employee, can be done in a fraction of the time. What it also helps the business do is save cost, reduce labor turnover, bring in a fresh approach. I come into a business with unbiased opinion. I can be honest. I can give them a black and white picture of what the business needs to change, and do in order to be more successful. And it also leads to regular, consistent training. I would ask the attendees to question themselves right now that if you have ever been a part of a sales team or a sales process in, let's say, an average of 5 years or 3 years, when was the last time you got trained or mentored, even for 1 hour? A lot of you might come back to us saying, not even once, or maybe once, and that too, it was more towards product training from a business point of view, right? A lot of training that happens is focused on soft skills and product training and not on the individual themselves. Businesses that invest in training their teams on a sustainable, on a consistent method land up seeing more committed professionals, land up seeing more motivated professionals, land up seeing better conversion, and they burn. It's always cheaper to invest in a geek or any kind of coach or mentor than replace the existing manpower or resource, because you burn a lot of money in hiring, training, giving them the time to learn and deliver. It's always cost effective to have somebody like us. And there are a lot of reports which I'm happy to share with anybody who's interested in talking further. There are reports that say that by the end of 2030, a lot of businesses are going to have a hybrid model in terms of team structure, where they'll have few people full time and a few coaches and mentors who are on their, on a recurring model with them, because it gives them a balance of both, uh, best of both the worlds. And that is definitely the trend that businesses are following. And you also have to understand, there is generations are moving forward, businesses are changing hands, and a lot of people today are well aware, and they see the opportunity that coaching, mentoring as brands, as a industry has. And I'm happy to talk more. I just don't want to take too much time here, but I'm happy to talk more for people who want to understand this at length.
Yeah, of course. But before that, would you like to take a few questions that are in the chat box?
Yes, absolutely. Happy to answer
Q&A.
that.
Okay, so Minati has asked, like, Sales Geek operates in FOCO model.
So, this is not a retail or F&B
Correct.
category. This is a
Mhm.
service-based industry. There are two franchise models that service-based brands work under. One is a solo or individual model, where you become the geek, you become the mentor, coach. We train you with everything. You don't have to worry about that. But you are the person going and working with businesses and providing solution. And the other model is more of a scale up or an area model, where people with decent capital investment available could actually own a territory. Own, like for example, a city like Mumbai, you could have exclusive rights to a city like Mumbai, and then we kind of sub-license and have individual or solo geeks uh, uh, under that territory, within that territory, who can go and deliver solutions, and who can be the geek to businesses, and you kind of earn out of the revenue that they generate, and you earn out of their license fee. In an area model, you can choose to not be the geek delivering solutions. You can just look at it as a scalable business opportunity. But at an individual level, you are the coach, you are the mentor, you are the trainer.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, Rakesh is asking me, what is your target company size in terms of turnover, which you have learned to target through this program?
I would suggest you look at it from a team strength, team size, and the sales gap point of view. Turnovers can be 50 lakhs a year also, and 50 crores and 500 crores a year also. What do you want to focus on? See, the idea of Sales Geek is to help startups and SMEs, and I would say largely the S of SME. Those are the ones who need people like us. Those are the ones who need experts like us. Those are the ones who need somebody to step in at a fractional cost and deliver solutions that can leave a larger impact and help them move from a S to a M, and from a M to a MNC, right? Uh, and because large organizations, corporates, MNCs already have teams, structures, coaches, trainers coming in on a regular basis, and they pay them a heavy amount. is the smaller businesses that struggle because they usually don't have the resources, the funds, the budgets, and that's why fractional cost for fractional service is the theme behind Sales Geek. There's, I think, another question.
That is, Milind basically wanted to connect with you. So
Okay.
I will request Kavish if you could also put your number in the chat box so that in case if anyone would like to
Yeah,
get in touch with you, then they can connect.
I'll just put in my 4766. I'll just put in my cell phone number. I can also share my email ID if anybody wants to talk or share further. And feel free
Okay,
to on LinkedIn as well if required.
perfect.
Perfect, yes.
So hope that Milind, who wanted to get in touch with you, hopefully, Milind, you now have a number and you can get in touch with Kavish. Okay, the other question I can see, what are the companies you are dealing with in terms of category?
So the good thing with Sales Geek is that we are industry agnostic. We focus on people, processes, and psychology. We And if you dive deeper into the startup and the SME category, you'll identify that 80 to 90% of the times the problem statements are very similar. The gaps are very similar. Once you do this a couple of times, you'll get a hang of it and you'll quickly understand what needs to be done. You don't really need to learn more about the industry. And the good thing is, when you sit down with the sales leader, with the business owner, or with the sales team, they are the ones who educate you more about their industry. Nobody expects you to know an industry at length because that would restrict you to a specific category alone. But what geeks want to achieve is cater to different categories and help businesses wherever possible. Another, before somebody would say that, but it's important, and what if I come across a business that I have zero knowledge about? The good thing about becoming a geek is that, like I said, you have 900 or 1000 odd years of experience behind you through the 47 other geeks in the community. You can always reach out to us. We have a platform, we have an internal hub. Somebody from the team will reach out to you with, or connect you with someone who has relevant experience in a certain industry and can guide you as to how you want to help that business with a certain problem statement. So if you don't know what the approach needs to be, the geeks are here. All you have to do is raise a question.
Perfect. The other question I can see from Naresh, what is the expenditure in the individual model?
The individual model would range anywhere between 10 to 20 lakhs, including taxes. The reason I give a range is because there are two categories to it within the individual model, which I can, if you're interested in learning more about this, we can, I'm sorry, whoever's asked this question, I can,
Naresh.
okay, I can get on a call or I can get on a one-on-one meeting and walk you through the franchising framework and help you understand better, but it can be anywhere between 10 to 20 lakhs. And it's a
Okay.
10-year agreement that we do.
Well, I think the best would be if you could get in touch with Kavish. He has already shared his number. I think more or less everything has been covered, right? But in case if you really want to deep dive, then I guess dialing Kavish's number is the best way. I can see another question. Which item, may I know products range or service range field?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Item. Well, okay, so it is all about knowledge. It is nothing related to retail or the product, right? So it is something related to the trainings, right? So I think there seems to be some kind of
Yeah,
confusion. Anyways,
yes, yes.
as initially I asked you, what is the FOCO model?
Correct, correct. So this is a service-based industry. There is no product or physical asset that's handed over. It's intellectual property that we share through structures and frameworks, and I hope that kind of clears it out.
Sure. Okay. Sharad is asking something. Okay.
Shobit has
So
answered.
Sharad, my suggestion will be to get in touch with Kavish, and that's how you will get the best answer, right? Naresh has also shared his number in the chat box, and he would like to get in touch with you, or
Sure,
probably he won't. Okay, so you please, I'll take the number, right, and then I'll connect with you. Okay,
sure, not a problem.
so that's it for the day. As far as Sales Geek is concerned, Kavish, thank you so much
Yes, most
being
welcome. Thank
available
you.
for this webinar. And everyone, who would like to get in touch with Kavish, you please contact him on his number. Apart from that, I'm also putting our hotline number and the email ID on which you can connect in case you want. So here it is. So the hotline number is 9717683838, or you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. So that's how you can get in touch with us. So now that's it. Thanks so much, Kavish. Now we'll move on to the next brand. And to present it, we have Shobit. Shobit is the country head for Franchise India Knowledge Services. And he will be helping us understand the business opportunities with Action Coach and Network in Action. Over to you, Shobit.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Bharat, for inviting Franchise India Knowledge Services and giving us this platform to meet your audience. This was Kavish, a few minutes back. I hope Kavish has added. I'm sure Kavish has added value to your time, and I hope there would be a couple of further queries which Kavish will answer, and you guys have one-on-one meeting. So just to let you know, Kavish and I working together, and Kavish is, like Bharat mentioned, Kavish is our first franchise, in fact our first sales geek in India, and he's been helping us taken through by building sales geek in India. So we really appreciate Kavish time and presence here, and it's been great working with you, Kavish. So thank you so much for being here and addressing to audience. Now, taking forward from here, guys, thank you so much again for joining us today. My name is Shobit Yadav. I'm a country head for Franchise India Knowledge Services. Just to give you a little brief, Franchise India Knowledge Services is the knowledge arm of Franchise India. We are little segregated. When I say segregated, we are not going to introduce any F&B brands, retail brands, or lifestyle brands here, or I would say any pre-education brand as well. We are purely focusing on knowledge-based businesses opportunities. And today we started with Sales Gig, which is purely into sales coaching. And today I'm going to present two brands, if time permits. I'm going to start with Action Coach, which is the world's #1 business coaching franchise company. Then I'll quickly jump on to Network in Action, which is into networking organizations. So when I present all these slides to you, I made a small presentation for all of you, keeping time in consideration. Please feel free to add your questions, your thoughts. I'm sure you're bringing a lot of experience with yourself, so you can add value to, each other's time, and keep sharing your thoughts, keep asking me questions. I'll try my best to address each and every questions of yours. So having said that, just give me a second. In the meanwhile, I'll just put up a slide for all of you.
Sure. And to all the audience, I would really request you all to please keep on asking your queries into the Q&A box. We will take up all those questions.
Bharat, is it visible, my screen?
Yes, if you could, yeah, perfect.
So quickly jump onto the presentation, guys. Today we are just talking about Action Coach, which is the world's #1 business coaching franchise company. I emphasize on a word called business coaching. I'm not talking about any other coaching, whether it is life coaching, executive coaching, leadership coaching, mind coaching. I mean, you name it, industry, we have a coach available these days. but we are purely focusing on business coaching. Whenever you hear action coach or see action coach on social medias, we are purely talking about business coaching. I'm sure all of you are on LinkedIn, and when you go on LinkedIn in today's time, every second or third person you come across as a coach. So coaching is everywhere, and it's available from 99 rupees to 2 lakh of rupees. It's already a cluttered market. But whenever you see action coach in the mix, action coach is claiming that they are the best in the world when it comes to purely business coaching. It's been 32 years up and running. Our founder name is Mr. Brad Sugar, who's the chairman and founder of Action Coach. He started this journey, and I've kept a slide for him as well. But when he started in 1993, and he took this journey now to 99 countries. From 1993 to 99 countries. Our Action Coach headquarters is Las Vegas, America. There is no secret that we have won multiple awards wherever we have gone, wherever we have participated. We are bringing 3,000 plus certified business coaches community to all of you. We are the largest business coaches community. We are there in 99 countries, and we are helping 30,000 business owners on a weekly basis. If I talk about only India, we help thousands of businesses on a weekly basis, and specifically India. Forget about global at the moment, but if I talk about India, we manage a community of 140 coaches. These are all certified in Action Coach own certification. They're all gone through the training. They have all the access of Action Coach tools, processes, and system. So by the help of that proven system, they're helping business owners. There you go. This is the man behind this vision. His name is Brad Sugars. I suggest, in fact, I encourage every one of you, whenever you get some time, look up to Brad Sugars on social media, on LinkedIn. No matter whatever your decision would be at the end of it, but Brad will definitely add value to your time. You will get amazing learning out of, whenever you look and spend time on Brad Sugars' posts. Brad is the founder and chairman of Action Coach, multiple award winner personality. He is also an author, written 17 books, which talks about business, different components. He's definitely the best business coach we have in the world, but also an international renowned speaker as well. So just to break an ice, we are trying our best to bring Brad next year in India as well. So we're going to host him as also. So if any one of you would be joining Action Coach community, I'm sure you'll get enough of opportunity to meet Brad and learning by sitting with him. Moving forward straight away to the testimonial slide. See, whenever we talk about any service industry, how do you really understand the depth of it? How do you really know? See, I'm an employee of Action Coach. I might say 100 good things about it. But you, as on the other hand, how do you evaluate whenever we talk about service industry? So we evaluate by Net Promoter Score. That is how you're going to evaluate any service industry. And if you see on the screen, our Net Promoter Score is 84. And I'm telling you, it's been consistent every year. We are always managed to bring 80 and above Net Promoter Score, and we are competing with companies like Ritz-Carlton and USAA. We have even defeated companies like Apple, and Airbnb also. Forget about business coaching. As a specific industry, there is no company, be it any coaching industry, is even close to what Action Coach is providing to their clients. So 97%, let's just quickly go through a few researches. 97% says that client has recommended Action Coach to their friends and families. That if you hire an Action Coach, if you hire a business coach from Action Coach, this would be beneficial for your business. 77% says that since working with Action Coach, their revenue has increased. 85% says that Action Coach has made their work life better. When I talk about work life better, I'm sure all of us know the kind of business owners. If we talk about small and medium enterprises, what kind of business owners they are. They are too involved in their business. There is no structure, no processes, no system. They're working like an employee in their own business. I'm talking about business owner which are having traditional approach, family businesses which have I mean, they don't have any idea about their profit margin. In fact, they don't even have an idea or concrete reply when you ask them what are your goals and vision. So these business owners facing a lot of problems on a daily basis. You being a business coach gonna help these problems for them and make their model more scalable and profitable. So Action Coach has won a lot of accolades from different medium and different stages. I don't know any other company in coaching space which gives guarantee, at least not in my knowledge. And I'm in this industry since last 4.5 years. There's a lot of coaching companies, but Action Coach says that we give guarantee to our client that you commit yourself with the next 17 weeks with us, and I make sure that you will be more scalable and profitable, provided you commit your 17 weeks to us. Right? So it's all over written, our website, our leaflet, brochure, presentation, because we are talking about a proven system which has worked for 99 countries for 3,000 plus certified coaches. We are the largest business coaching community, and our coaching model is effective and efficient and gives guarantee to everyone. What is there for you, when you're gonna come on Action Coach, when you become an Action Coach, how are we gonna help you? We're gonna help you set up everything, from customized leaflets, brochures, your websites. We're gonna help you in build SEOs, different blogs, photos. It's already there and made for you to utilize your, letterheads, some stationaries, everything. There will be a couple of different products which you're going to implement to business owners, when you meet them. So different products, not only one-to-one coaching, but many different products. And there's a slide for that. Here you go. This is our product ladder. And product ladder means this is our different products in Action Coach. Being a business coach, only you will decide the price. But of course, we can give you a reference figure. After this call, if this seems interesting to you, we're going to have a detailed discussion over it. But just to give you a brief understanding, our product ladder is divided into, one-to-one coaching, group coaching, workshops, and membership plans. All these categories are matching every pocket size of business owners. So imagine if I'm a business owner, I have attended your seminar, you are pitching me to one-to-one coaching, but I don't have a pocket to, give you that fee. No problem. You being a business coach, you can offer me a group coaching, which is relatively less in price, and I can go ahead, I can be on board with that. So these are different product ladders. I always keep this slide specifically for two reasons. One, if you want to reach out to any of my coaches, please go through LinkedIn, search Action Coaches on LinkedIn, and you will be able to hit them up. And I'm telling you, I can vouch for everyone. They're all very, very welcoming, and they will entertain you. They will patiently answer all your queries. So you can reach out to any one of them. Also, at the same breath, when I'm going to ask you, you ask yourself, who's going to be next Action Coach? Who do you think would want to become an Action Coach, be a part of this fantastic world's #1 business coaching community, and who's bringing that intent to help other business owners? So if you think you're passionate enough and carry that intent, I'm sure we are welcoming and we're going to be there for you. What is the process? Once you give your nod to us that, okay, I'm going to go ahead, this seems interesting. We're gonna enter into an agreement. There will be an agreement take place, which is franchise agreement, and then we're gonna give you access to the training. We're gonna enroll you for training, and your training is divided into 3 parts. First, there is a pre-training, which is self-paced training. It takes 4 weeks on an average. You will be going through a couple of videos, literature, few activities. Then there is 10 days of live training, which is going to be in-person training. There are 2 options. Either you can fly to our headquarters, Las Vegas, America, attend the training in person, or you can do the virtual live 10 days of training as well. These are consistent 10 days training. And then at the last day of the training, you will be certified as Action Coach, which means you're welcome to the community. But simultaneously, you will be given an access to do your post training as well, which is again for 4 weeks. So that is how you're going to complete your 10 weeks of training. Once you complete your training, of course, you will be having an access to entire action coach system, different templates, different methods, different strategies and processes, which you can utilize with your business owners. Now, what is a business model? Very important slide of this presentation. We being into sales. There are three business models. I'm going to talk about first franchise model. There is action firm. Action firm means that you get a license, an exclusive license for a specific territory. So let's say if one of you are from Bombay, and Bombay, if you take an action firm for Bombay, which means you block Bombay for the next 15 years, which also means we will not appoint any further franchisee in Bombay because Bombay gets blocked for you for the next 15 years. Now, in that license, you're allowed to build a team of coaches under you. There is no capping on the number of coaches. You can grow as biggest team possible as the number grows, as the business grow. And you as a action firm owner, as a franchise owner, your mindset should be to invest in your business, in marketing, in leads generation, in seminars, or whatever support your coaches would require in order to coach clients. Whatever revenue they're going to generate, 50% will be retained by you. So it's more of a passive income opportunity. We're going to talk in length whenever, next we are meeting each other. I'm going to explain you in detail. I'm just touching every model so that you get a knack of it, so that we can, when we'll have a detailed discussion, you'll probably grab it quicker. Practice Premium is another franchise model. Now here we put a cap of 2 coaches. In action firm, there is no capping on the number of coaches. Here we have put a cap of 2 coaches, which means you will be working as a team of 3. And the pricing is there, visible on your screen, is 35,000 USD plus taxes. This includes your training fee as well. And the term decrease from 15 years to 10 years in these. Now, these are 2 franchise model. But there is another model which is not franchise model, but still you can be a part of Action Coach community as a business coach. So in this model, we are saying that you only invest in your training. So it's more of a test the water first. So it's more of a test and trial model where you only invest in your training, you consume your training, get access to Action Coach system, and join any of the existing Action Coach franchise. So when you join any of the Action Coach franchise, it's their obligation to support you in lead generation and marketing. You only need to focus on deliverable. Whatever revenue you're going to generate as an associate business coach, 50% will be retained by the franchise owner because you're getting clients from their end, from their support. Guys, we are at the end of this slide. Probably, I guess, if not the last one, I will suggest you what are the next steps from here. Ideally, the next step is we're going to have a one-on-one call. But whenever I do a lengthy presentation to people, I'm going to suggest them these are the few steps. Detailed call with us. Before investing money with us, attend the Action Coach Toolbox tour by yourself so that you get the clarity where you're putting money in. Whether this is going to work or not. Is this really worth putting my money into? I'm bringing these many years of experience. Will this going to be workable for me? All your questions get automatically answered. Call with coaches, people who have invested money with us. Another very essential step before coming on board with us. Have a one-on-one conversation, candid conversation with my franchise partners who has invested money with us. Understand from them, how's been their journey, what's been their challenges, what are the kind of support system works in Action Coach community, all those things. And we're going to do some small assessment on you, just to take the personality and the behavior. And then we enter into the franchise agreement. Then we're going to quickly take you to the training. These are the next steps which I'm going to suggest. Just a recap slide for all of you. We had talked about a proven system, which will be yours if you join Action Coach. We had talked about our presence. We mentioned about our world-class training. We did tell you that you're not alone in this journey. We're going to support you by marketing, and there is a community waiting for you to welcome you to the part of their family. This is no capex business. You do not require any office space. You will be working by your laptop. And of course, when you build this business coaching as your profitable business, of course, you're building an asset. Going forward, who knows, probably you're going to sell this business as well. So this is basically just a recap of Action Coach. I'm going to leave you with this quote at the end of this presentation. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Very common quote, very relatable. All of you have been waiting patiently, but ask yourself, only two things going to happen from here. What are those two things? One, you've listened to me, you have listened Kavish, and you said, oh, everything was good. They've talked sense, but you're doing nothing out of it. Or you probably gonna fix up your one-on-one call with us, taking a step further and want to understand more in depth. So you decide where you wanna go. This is how action goes. These are few of my credentials. I request you, if you think this is interesting to know further, click a picture on this of this slide so that we can connect later. I'm going to take a pause for at least 3-4 seconds so that you can click a picture, and then I'll stop share about action code and quickly jumping into the network in action if there are no questions. But Bharat, if there are any questions, I would love to address.
Well, thanks so much, Shobit. Hopefully, everyone must have taken these screenshot, right? Although, Shobit, you can also share your number and the email ID in the chat box, so that in case if
Quickly gonna do
anyone
that.
would like to get in touch with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh.
Now we can quickly move on to the next one.
Wonderful. So guys, the next brand I'm going to introduce you to is called Network in Action. Let me pull up my slide. I hope it's visible, Bharat.
Yeah. Put it in the presentation mode. Yeah.
So guys, imagine all of you are business owners. You all are having businesses. Maybe some of you are chartered accountant. Maybe some of you are having construction business. Some of you are, interior designers. Just name yourself as a business owners. What do you think would be a best and the quickest way to, get your business? So the best and the quickest way is to get referrals, to do networking, to attend exhibitions, where you can meet people like yours, to be in that hall, which will be filled with the other businesses owners whom you can talk about your business, all these things. So Network in Action is one such platform. We are bringing that platform, we are bringing committed business owners and a decision maker of the company to one platform where they can learn from each other, do the networking, talk about their businesses, and also provide referrals to each other. So Network in Action is the world's second largest business networking organization. Some of you might have heard about BNI. BNI is the world's largest, and we are the second largest. In today's time, when you go and if some of you want to buy a BNI franchise, the thing is, it's not really available. I'm talking about tier 1, tier 2 cities. It may be available in tier 3, tier 4 cities, but in tier 1, tier 2, it's totally sold out. But the business model is very interesting. And we are very thankful for BNI that it exists, because it has created a market for all of us. Network in Action may be the second largest, but I tell you, it's the fastest growing business networking organization. In this, we are trying to create a difference by building meaningful relationship, by providing, learnings on every meeting after meeting. We are spreading positivity, making sure that all the members would be quality members and focus on their growth and bringing their goals, so that, all their goals can be met. Our mission is to, give business owner or give members what they want, and they want completely referrals and the networking. So Network in Action, which is a fastest growing business referral organization, incorporated in 2014, and this is purely working on a meeting after meeting basis, and we are providing referrals on every meetings to each other. Again, a quote. I'm not going to read a quote for all of you because I believe quote is very subjective and we all feel different on every quote. So for what I feel for this quote, maybe you don't feel the same way. But do read quotes. I highly encourage, if you want to grow, these are the few things which can, motivate you, self-motivate you on a day-to-day basis. That's why we kept opportunities don't always knock. Sometimes you have to build the door through networking. And this is what we are creating. We are providing you that platform and we are encouraging today individuals that why don't you own a networking franchise where you will provide this platform to business owners community. Quickly jump into the inventory. What you're gonna get as a franchise, when you own a networking action franchise. See, first of all, we need to understand that there is again no capex. You don't have to have an office here. You being a franchise owner, you are you're tying up with one of the five-star property that we're gonna do monthly meeting over here, and you negotiate a good deal with them so that they allow you to organize a monthly meeting in their property. So there is not really any office required of your own. There is no inventory required. This is a recession proof business because if you remember, we came out of COVID successfully, but during COVID also a lot of networking organizations were doing online meeting. They were passing on referrals to each other. They were motivating each other. They were there for each other. So this is completely a recession proof business. You can do these meetings, you can do the networking, you can pass on referrals, reaching out to any of your fellow members just by from your home and from your laptop only, because we have designed an app and web technology here through which you do not need to wait only for the meeting. You can reach out to anyone in the world. We gonna introduce you not only to your own chapter, but here as a franchise owner, you giving them an opportunity to make them meet to the other chapter business owners as well. So these are the few key areas of networking action when you're gonna run your franchise. Of course, all these meetings would be agenda wise meeting. Every meeting would be agenda wise. And just to give you a news here, network in action has joined hands with action coach. So every of your meeting would be agenda wise, and we're gonna bring action coach on every meeting so that that action coach can do a session for your business owners, for your members, and that member will go back home with few takeaways and implement in their own business. And there is no, we can talk about the the split of revenue between the action coaches and you as a franchise owner, but it would be beneficial for your members. So it would be run by a strong leadership. It would be agenda-wise meeting. It's a recession-proof business. Definitely a fastest ROI business from all the other businesses, because this is a business where members will get you members. Imagine if you serve only 20-25 members, that's it. Your game is set. Those 20-25 members will get you members here. And of course, there is a fee whenever you add new members. Of course, there is a fee for the annual membership fee. Now, we are not the only players in networking. I'm sure some of you must have heard about, I'm not talking about only BNI, but there is Rotary Club, there is round tables, there is a lot of club which works on casteism, like Marwadi Samaj, Guptas, Agarwals. All these groups have already been made. But what are the differences which we are bringing on the table? See, BNI does every week, they do a meeting, 7 a.m. in the morning. Now imagine you being a business owner, it can be a tedious process for you. Not every time you are available every week. And when you know that that group of business owner where some of them are job seekers as well, and some of them are florists and palmists also, tarot card readers are also available. And you being a seasoned business owner, you would be like, boss, where am I? Because these people cannot give me any reference. I'm gonna meet the quality business owners as my, as the status where I'm coming from. So network in action provides you. What we are saying that there are no 4 meetings in a month, rather there is 1 in-person meeting. We kept 3 virtual meetings, which are not mandatory, but very, very effectful, very useful, but not mandatory. But in-person meeting, we have kept it only 1. All these meeting agenda wise, we are bringing the technology through which you don't have to wait for a specific meeting to reach out to each and every one of you. You can connect every of your member, different chapter members at night, in the morning, whenever you feel like, through your app. All our members background verification check happen. So we ensure the quality, that there is not going to be any job seeker over there. There is not going to be, tarot card reader or a palmist or florist. We make sure that only 1 crore and above business owners will be part of this membership. When you meet business owners like yours, of course, everybody will come from a different industry and segment, but when you meet business owners like yours, I'm sure there is a high probability of, getting referrals and business out of it. So these are the few differentiator which we have. Now, I mentioned 4 meetings in total, in which 1 meeting in person, but rest 3 are virtual meetings. So we're going to start with first local meeting, which means virtual region local meeting within your own chapter, within your own region from a different chapter. Then we do 1 national meeting. Let's say today you are having a chapter in Bombay, but when we do a national level meeting on a virtual level, we're going to make you meet West Bengal chapter meeting as well. So you're going to meet each other chapters members also. You grow your network. Then we also not stopping you till the state level. We are rather encouraging you to take your business global. We're going to make you meet people, members which are there in Australia, which are there in UK, US, every month. So you're going to take your business outside the world as well. And if not business, at least network outside the world, outside the beyond borders, basically. And then 1 in-person meeting, which is agenda-wise meeting for the 90 minutes. So this is the meeting flow on a monthly basis. You being a franchise owner has to ensure that all these meetings go smoothly and every of my member get value out of their time which they invest. There are 3 financial models: partner model, regional model, and area developer model. Here is a slide for all of you. If you want, we're gonna share the slides, this presentation deck for all of you, which you can spend time at your, whenever you get some time. But partner model, let me say, it's a test and trial model. If some of you don't want to invest such an high, in regional or area developer model, we encourage you to start with partner model. Invest 15 lakhs, where we will give you mandate of 3 chapters, which means 150 members. Now here we stick to number of members. We don't say that we're going to have more than 50. No, we only committed to 50 members in 1 group. So you're going to get a mandate of 150 members in this. And imagine everybody's paying you 60,000 rupees to become a member. Yes, it is definitely higher side on the from the BNI, because in BNI you spend, I guess, 42, 43 on a yearly basis. We are asking you 60. But if you calculate, BNI asks you to meet, 36 times in a year, 4 meetings in a month. But we are only asking you to meet once. So you end up paying BNI more than a lakh. But here you end up paying around 72 to 75. And plus you are meeting the quality business owners. This is partner model. Even if you manage to get 25 members in your partner model out of 150, boss, you recovered your investment. Your investment is recovered. Now it's only going to be the profit. In regional model, you will be given a specific region. Let's say if you are from Navi Mumbai, will give you Navi Mumbai region, and you will be creating multiple groups in that Navi Mumbai region. There is no capping. You can make as many members as you want, but every group has to be only 50 members. Then there is, of course, area developer model, which is more of a, where you will create a business and you will run entire franchise in that specific state. So if I give you state as a Mumbai, as a city as a Mumbai to you, you will create regional partners under you. And when you create regional partners under you, you will, of course, get the royalty out of their profit as well. So it's more of a passive income opportunity. Too much to talk about these financial models. it is difficult to understand, in a very quick span of time. I would encourage, please, if this interests you, if this franchise model interests you, let's get on a call and understand in a depth. Next step, schedule a call with us. We're gonna take you to the technology portal of ours. You know how our technology portal looks like, how you, when you become a member, how you gonna utilize different members, how you gonna use referrals, how you gonna give referrals to the members all across the globe. Then of course there is an agreement, and we're gonna welcome you to the network in action community. With saying this, thank you so much for showing your patience to us today. This patience encourages us, and I hope I provided some value to you guys. Would love to meet you in person in the future. Bharat, over to you if there are anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks so much, Shobit, for the detailed presentation. And the best way to know more about the brand is to get in touch with the brand owner. I think Shobit and Kavish both are the best one to get in touch with to know more about in detail information. So both has already shared their number in the chat box. You just need to dial those numbers tomorrow, maybe. So I think that's it for the day. I would really thank everyone, whosoever joined this webinar as an attendee. Right. Thank you so much for giving your 1 hour, in fact, a little bit more than an hour now, to learning about these 3-4 brands. I mean, these webinars are just done for you so that you can take an informed decision, right? We always come, with all these kind of webinars, we always present the best opportunity available to you, to all you people. Thank you so much, Shobit, for being available so late, still staying in the office, and informing, sharing the information about these 2 best brands available in the knowledge services franchise and their knowledge services. In case if anyone would like to get in touch with them, with us, of course, both these people already have shared their number, but still you can call our hotline number 9717683838, or you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. We will again come back. We will come up again tomorrow at 7 o'clock with another set of brands, and we will explore another business opportunity. Till then,